Happy Friday.
We made it.
We made it. Cheers. Big sigh of relief.
I don't know what that sound was. Like,
I don't either.
I can't wait to see what the transcript on Apple Podcast says about that sound.
It was like one of those screecher monkeys, or what was that?
Oh my God. I was about to say something very, very terribly.
Here we go.
Oh, obscure. Gosh. Not obscure, actually obscene.
Are we going to have to beep you again?
I won't.
Oh, trigger warning every episode, every trigger.
I won't. I just won't do it. It had to do with the horse, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep.
We did our first ever beep. My parents listen to the podcast, so I'm going to have to ask them their thoughts on this episode.
Yeah.
They may just not respond.
But it was funny because you two did a pre-listen on the episode. You all are really good about that. I'm not very good about that.
Yes, we are.
I like being surprised. It's terrible. But Ashley's like, I think we should do some beeps. And Jamie's like, no.
Yeah, I was like, absolutely not. We are not doing beeps. We literally say fuck every other word.
And I was like, what did we say? And so it said, a beach. I was like, well, that's okay. And then Ashley's like, no, it's not. We need a trigger warning for bestiality. I'm like, oh my God. I totally forgot that combo,
I was listening to part of the episode with my kids, not that part.
Oh,
not that part, but my son had asked, he's like, do you remember, it was like about the toxic positivity. And he was like, do you remember the things you've talked about when you record? And I was like, not really, honestly. Like I kind of forget. And
I black out.
So when I heard that, I thought to myself, we should beep that. Lee's like, yeah, context is helpful. So
Yeah. I was like, no, we don't need beeps. And then you say what it was. And I was like, oh, yes, context. Yes, now that I have the gift of context. Yes, let's beep.
Our amazing producer, Carly. Well, I saw also when she sent the episode for us to listen, she's like, let me know if anything needs changing or editing. And like, normally there's not that. And so I was thinking, what could that be? And very quickly, I learned probably evolved between the three of us. If someone were going to get bleeped, I probably doubt you all thought it would be me.
Oh, 100%. There's no way.
You heathens.
Yeah. It would have been me, but
look at my company.
Not this time.
Not this time. Here.
It wasn't me for once. I was like, wow. I was like, I didn't say that. Oh, okay. That's good. All proud. Now, were we drinking during that episode? Was that brunch?
Yes, that actually was the very last episode that we recorded that Saturday.
How do you remember these things?
Because, we now have our full episodes up on YouTube. Mm-hmm. This is a plug. And you can see like behind the scenes, and it's not bleeped out on that.
We're going to figure that out. She's got a brand to protect over here. She's making a note in her electric journal.
She's like, anyway, this is going to sound really silly, but the shirt I was wearing, I remembered wearing it when I got cascarones on my head.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did the cascarones.
Because I have a picture of me having confetti and eggshells in my hair.
Yes.
I see, this is stupid, but this is how I know it was the last episode.
Oh, okay.
So next week's episode is going to be crunk because we were mad and a little tipsy on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah, the tipsy episodes are coming up is what it is.
We did start recording, had to stop when there was, a big bass drum and cymbals and everything next door. It was basically
a band next door.
Yeah, like a marching band in your ears. So we prevented that. So we went and got a quick Bloody Mary or other drink and then pop back in.
Yes, that's right. We shot over to the Pearl for those that are familiar with San Antonio and had a little fun there. A little too much fun. But the content... it gets funny. I mean, I just remember crying, laughing through several of those, because we were feeling good.
Better crying laughing than crying otherwise. I'm just sad you didn't take us by Thomas J. Henry's office. I mean, I bet he probably has a nice bar in that office, so we could have just popped over there
next time.
Oh, I'm sure. What's crazy is I sent it to y'all, but after that dream, Then I got a job alert for a director of HR that was open in San Antonio for Thomas J. Henry. So I was like, maybe it's a sign.
Mhm.
You know, he didn't have, which you should have advised him in your dream, but maybe in real life, he did not include a salary range in that job posting. I noticed.
Oh.
And so I know you don't have to in Texas, but I always think it's a good thing to do. We always recommend it, but yeah, you can guess.
I could guess. You know what I mean? He doesn't fly a private jet on accident. You know
I
what I'm
could
saying?
guess it's not in Leigh's salary range.
Not in budget.
Not for his budget. I mean, he's too busy budgeting $3 million parties, but not paying his people probably. You know what? I take that back.
Oh, you're retracting.
I don't want to get defamation suit.
I know. Don't upset the lawyer in my hood here, you know?
Yeah, we're trying to get the party. We're trying to get the Thomas J.
I want the PJ.
Thomas J. Henry sponsored HR Besties bash.
Yeah.
It's a joint effort that nobody saw coming, but I happily will.
Ooh, with Megan the Stallion.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Oh my God, Thomas.
Well, he's sponsoring the Comic Con down here.
Nice.
Next week or whenever the hell it is. I just saw a commercial. I'm not going. I'm not cosplaying or anything. But just FYI. So why, if he sponsors that, why not the Besties Bash?
What would you guys dress up as? If you were going to dress up and go to a Comic Con, like what cosplay, what would you dress up as?
I have everything for Gamora because I was Gamora from Guardians for Halloween. So I'm ready to go.
I was thinking like Sodom and Gomorrah. I was like,
no. No, the green one.
Biblical.
Zoe
I don't know
Saldana.
who that is.
Zoe's
Yeah.
all on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay.
The red hair. And Wonder Woman. I could do that because I have that up.
Oh, you'd be a great Wonder Woman too.
For sure.
What would you be, Ashley?
Well, I was going to say Minnie Mouse.
Jeez. Ashley.
Oh, for the love of God.
I don't know. Like a costume.
Minnie Mouse at Comic Con.
Is that not?
That's for the furry convention. Come on.
Okay, Disney adult.
I know.
I don't know. Princess Peach? Is that not?
I think that would be
Okay, a Princess Peach, and then I could have a little go-kart and cruise around in the go-kart at Comic Con, and that would be fun.
Minnie. Oh,
Okay.
it was so pure.
I don't know. Like I'd want to be something very, very obscure that not a lot of people would know. And I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Why? Do you want people to be like, what are you?
Yes. I want people to like have to be like, I don't know what you are.
Oh, yeah. And then you'll think of it good. Okay. Well, you can be Daisy with me if you
I will.
Yes, Daisy.
No, I'd want to be, was it Rosalinda?
Yes.
Yeah. Or actually, you know who my favorite character in Mario Kart is Birdo. She's my all-time favorite. Like, I actually want a Birdo tattoo. Wow. She was the boss in Super Mario Brothers 2. She's the little purple dinosaur with the like horn nose.
I see her with that big mouth.
Yes, I love her. Birdo's my girl. So like if I could dress up as Birdo, I would do that.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be cute.
And I'm sure some people would actually get that, but a lot of people are like, what the fuck are you?
See, we're unhinged already.
Introducing Bluehost Cloud, ultra-fast WordPress hosting with 100% uptime. Want a website with unmatched power, speed, and control? Of course you do. And now you can have all three with Bluehost Cloud, the new web hosting plan from Bluehost. With 100% uptime and incredibly speedy load times, your WordPress websites will be dependable and lightning fast on a global scale. Plus, your sites can handle even the biggest traffic spikes without going down or lagging. And with Bluehost Cloud, you get 24/7 WordPress priority support, meaning you're connected to WordPress experts anytime you need them. Not to mention, you automatically get daily backups and world-class security. So, what are you waiting for? Get Bluehost Cloud today by visiting Bluehost.com. That's Bluehost.com.
I posted to my personal page a funny meme last night that was like, I refer to myself as a free spirit because it sounds classier than out of fucking control.
Truth.
And I meant to say someone had sent in a personality hire episode last week. Someone had sent in a recommendation and we said like, people might call it a rock star. What she said they called a celebrity hire. That is someone that's like well-known in the industry, has skills and is well-known. And so I kind of laughed. I'm like, well, a well-known lawyer, I guess, is Thomas J. Henry.
Yes.
He's really popping in.
I like that. And then, of course, I think it's so funny, though, how dumb I felt because everyone's like, unicorn, dumbasses.
I texted you, remember? Because we're like, what was it? What is it?
Yeah. We could not think of that word. But yes, unicorn.
Yeah, unicorn's also a good one. But
And I like celebrity.
Yeah,
I like celebrity, though. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, so I thought that was lovely.
Well, speaking of people sending us comments, questions, and all those fun things, I did have someone shoot me a question that I wanted to share with you all. And something you all can think about as you listen to this, right? Like, what advice would you give? But I just found it funny. It was actually the first time I've been asked this, believe it or not, because I get asked a whole bunch of shit. But the person shared with me like how toxic their work situation was and how they, have just been exploited, abused, were fired. Just the worst thing, right? And then I'm thinking they were going to ask me, like so many do, like, how do I get over this, right? Like, how do I move on? Like, how do I heal? How do I do this? And the last line was, how do I get revenge?
I love that for them.
Now, how do I get revenge? I died. Oh my gosh.
Did you respond?
Yeah, I did. And my advice is, I don't know if Jamie would agree. The way Jamie can get street, I love it. But my advice was to, not give them the satisfaction, right? Like the best revenge, honestly, is moving on and living your best life and just letting them watch that. Letting them watch you thrive. They're going to hear about it. Because when people suck that bad, they know they suck. They're not living great. Trust me, So there's nothing you can do to them. They haven't already done it themselves, So it's like, don't bother wasting your energy, effort, time, all of that, like continuing to just wallow and just in the negativity, right? Now it's time to fly and move on and just let them, waste away, basically.
One thing I always say too is like, karma will come back, but unfortunately you may not get to see it. So just live with the fact that don't worry, karma will get them.
That. And they're always going to be pointing at you. Like they're always going to be blaming you for blaming fictitious you for things. So you'd rather them point up than point down. So soar on away and there you go.
But I thought that was so cute. Now, how do I get revenge?
That is hilarious.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, you could start a TikTok channel. That's my advice. You could start a TikTok channel and start low-key calling them out. And they are all watching this shit and they're all listening. And it is fantastic. Right. Am I ever going to know? Hell no. But are they going to be told by other people, even if they're not listening? Yes. You could try that route.
Told you guys I got a DM from my colleague from the Amsterdam. If you listen to my Amsterdam when I ripped the periscope from the ceiling, and my colleague that was there, who's great, who's a good friend, and it said it made him laugh and think about some of our fun trips and adventures and things like that we had, because we always found a way to have some fun. Probably me doing stupid shit, not surprising, not ripping, destroying company property and the like. But sometimes you'll hear from those people. And so the revenge, and by doing things, you'll likely hear from somebody that you actually liked in that toxic environment later on, who's like, I love seeing you do well. Because there's nothing better than that, right? Like seeing people that that you love, seeing them do good stuff. Like, oh, I love that.
Oh, well, I had posted a TikTok, I guess it was last week, about that I keep having, I had a nightmare about my old job. And this is a job I had years and years ago. And I had 3 different coworkers from that job go, can I guess where? And I'm like, yep, you are correct. And they were also old coworkers at that place. So I was like, yeah.
Isn't that great? And I love hearing like from the super toxic workplaces I've been a part of or bad teams. Oh, you came up in a meeting, you're still coming up at the meeting. I bet I am. Why don't y'all just start your meetings off with my TikToks and learn a thing or two? That'd be great, But that does feel good, doesn't it? Oh, damn. When I don't hear a thing about them, just for the record.
Revenge.
Oh,
That's
I
the
know.
revenge.
See, so there you go. You don't have to get revenge.
Jamie, didn't you have kind of something cool happen this week?
I did. I was finally recognized. But it was very awkward, and I'm such a dumbass. I was dropping my youngest off at camp on Monday, and one of the counselors came up to me, and she was like, "Oh my God, has anyone ever told you you look like a famous TikToker influencer?" And so I'm like intrigued, like, who? Oh my God. So I'm like, oh no, who? And she's like, she does a lot of HR stuff. She also has meme pages, millennial misery, and humorous resources. And then like my brain's like, oh, it's me.
Me.
And I was like,
cute.
oh, that is me.
You're like, show me, pull it up.
I literally, like, I really was such a dumbass. I'm like, oh my God, who do I look like? I'm like thinking I have a doppelganger, and I'm all excited. And it was me. And I was like, well, that made my day though.
Yeah.
So
That's cute. See, you got a very sweet DM from someone else that was like, I would freak out if I saw you.
I know. And I got a really sweet DM on Humorous yesterday about, I would totally recognize you, and just, you know, all this sweet stuff. So,
See, Jamie's cool. She talks about her accounts in like short, like humorous or millennial. Like she shortens them. It's if I was going to talk and be like, I'm a manager. I posted on manager. I use the full word, very formal. I love that for you, Jamie. You deserve that.
Oh, I know.
yeah, it was fun.
And that's like the best story, you know, like you have the best first sighting story. Like it's so cute to me.
But like also proves what a dumbass I am.
Who? Show me.
I'm like, yeah, like who? What's her name? I want to look her up.
If anyone knows Dan from HR, who does, you know, he has a new TikTok because he got banned.
I think it's the Dan from HR now, right? Yeah.
The Dan from HR, like the Ohio State University. The Dan from HR has been doing videos where he like mimics. I wouldn't call it mocks, but it's kind of funny, like different, you know, people that make HR videos. And he did I was watching one and I'm like, who is this? Who is he doing? I had to watch it 3 times until not only was it about me, he had my actual office background. He looked on a screen.
Yes. She sends it to us. And I'm like, this is about you. Like the call is coming from inside the house, Ashley.
Who's this?
I was like, your face is literally on, because he like screenshotted your TikTok.
You're like, wait, that's my office.
I know. Well, it's like Grandparents' Day. Are you a grandpa? I'm like, who's this about? I'm like, oh.
She was like all offended.
No. I thought it was funny.
That's commitment. And he did me. And what did he do? He bought a dark wig and he put
eyelashes.
Mine are real, but you know, he doesn't have them like this. But you know, he put the lashes on and like one was like, I mean, they looked so ridiculous. I didn't understand what he said.
It was like one's like hanging off. It's like a claw.
Yeah, it was like
no, it was perfect.
Talon.
It was perfect. Well, and that's the funny thing is like, I don't think he'll be able to do one of me because I don't know. I just don't think y'all have like great. I don't know, skits isn't the right word, but y'all have like great skits and I'm kind of all over the place on TikTok. So I don't know if he'd be able to do me.
Maybe that's your brand.
Well, we'll see.
Maybe.
That's it. Yeah. Maybe we'll see.
Like a little ADHD girl. And just put some Megan Thee Stallion on in the background.
The t-shirt.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
The harness. He'll have
the harness.
Yeah.
He'll just put like duct tape around him. That's it. That's the TikTok.
Well, yeah, because I wear earrings. So I was like, oh my God, you even wore earrings. He's like, those are curtain rods, shower curtain rods I put on my ears. I was like, you're right.
Gosh.
It was funny.
No, he did a good job. That made me laugh for sure.
But didn't he get in trouble for that?
Yes.
I was laughing. I was telling my kids that. So I was trying to tell them. And I was like, wait, where is that? I text him. And I was like, where'd the video go? He goes, oh my God, it got taken. Someone reported it for harassment. It got taken out. I was like, well, it wasn't me. I thought it was funny. But now I think it's back up.
The irony, right?
Right.
Because when you report something that's actually harassing or bullying you, they do not.
That is the facts. That is the irony.
I'm not bitter. I'm just saying.
And by the way, for those, just so we can just say this, there's been a lot of things lately with TikTok of spam accounts coming up. And people are like, this is a spam account pretending to be you. We don't know that that's us because what those people do. They will come, and this is like a bot will come and take a bunch of our videos. I don't know how they do it. And then they will block us so we can't see that they're out there. And then they post, and then if they'll follow people, they'll follow people and they'll DM you saying like crypto, or I've had people, they'll message and say, I'll give you a deal on manager training if you Venmo, and so people, it's so if you see those spam accounts, and this very disappointing thing is that when every once in a while they'll unblock and I'll see it and I'll go to report them, I will report the account as me. And no, TikTok will say that is not a community violation. So just know we are doing what we can. I was really lighting a guy up on LinkedIn who was very responsive at TikTok, and then he stopped responding. He was taking things down, and now he stopped responding. But anyway, so that is one thing I wanted to say, because that happens to all of us.
I'm so glad you called that out, because I've seen like 30 or 40 spoof HR manifesto accounts. It'll be like .HR manifesto, H.R. right? My name is just run together, HR manifesto, and so they do that just like Ashley said, then they block us. And bless, I have people DMing me all the time, like, this isn't you, or just letting you know, or whatever. It's like, I literally can't see it because they block me, and then I report all I can, and it's crazy. I even sent TikTok last week my trademark documents because I'm trademarking HR Manifesto, right? It's in application, for the next year or so.
Yes, same.
Dang it. I wish I was verified. Just throw that out there, TikTok. That way we can get around that.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's also, if you're not verified, and if you've ever tried to report an account impersonation, to just report a general account, it'll say me. And again, we've reported it as ourselves, and still TikTok's like, not a problem. But if you say a celebrity means verified, and we are not celebrities in TikTok's eyes. We're not verified.
Not pretending to be. I just want the verification to protect y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad. Like, people are like, they're asking for my credit card info.
I'm lucky. No one has ever tried.
That's good.
I bet they will.
I shouldn't say it because now they will, but no one has tried to yet. But I also, for my brands, Leigh and I actually went to the exact same person to be trademarked.
Well, so did Ashley, right?
Yeah, Ashley, years before us. But yeah,
it was Ashley's recommendation. Shout out.
We are also in trademark as well. So soon.
Protect yourselves, people. Hello, besties. Things are heating up. That's right. We're moving into summer, and you know what that means. That means goodbye warm weather clothes and hello cute summer attire. At least that's what it means for me. Well, luckily I found Quince, and now I've got all sorts of cute pieces to get me through the summer. Got a couple cute t-shirts. I've got these really adorable silk scrunchies, all bougie, I know. But get this, the best part about Quince is all of their items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. That's right. I'm talking cute linen dresses, blouses, and shorts from $30, washable silk tops, timeless gold jewelry, and so much more. So get warm weather ready with Quince. Go to quince.com/HRBesties for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/HRBesties to get free shipping. And 365-day returns. Quince.com/HRBesties. Enjoy.
Okay, let me ask you this, a little bit of a switch. If someone asked you what your job is, would you describe yourself as an influencer? Like, especially in public, out loud?
Fuck no.
Never. Digital creator. Yeah. Speaker, writer.
I don't even say digital creator.
Hopefully comedian one day.
I just say chief meme officer. Memer.
If someone told me they were a memer, I would think they're saying meemaw.
I'm a meemaw.
You're a grandmother already? You look so young.
Well, because I think y'all are digital creators. I don't know. I just do more memes than anything.
Never a digital. I wouldn't even think about that.
You're more a business owner.
Yeah.
You're creating that big ass brand.
Well, I'll tell you, this happened. I was in a position where I and 35 others last week, had to publicly announce things like our name and our profession. And that came up because I had jury duty. And so two things. So I had two things. I had jury duty in DeKalb County State Court. And I went, the funny thing is I walked in and saw one of my neighbors, and Leigh and Jamie laugh about how where I live in Dunwoody in Atlanta is like Sesame Street. And you just see like, lots of people. I don't. It's because everyone here knows everybody. So it's not a me thing. It's a us thing, I guess. And so anyway, so I saw one of my neighbors chuckling. Well, then they start calling him. It was like comedy hour. The person leading it, shout out to DeKalb County State Court. Everyone there, they were so funny. Like this guy's like, all right, we're going to watch this video. He's like, but there is a lie in this video. It says there's a snack bar. He's like, there was a snack bar. My ass would be there right now. And he's like, there's no snack bar. It was very fun. So everyone's like chuckling. Anyway, so I got called up to the courtroom as one of 36 to potentially be on this jury for a case. And so you had to go around and say your name and job. And so I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, how would I describe myself? But this person in front of me, he was like, I'm something like I'm a school administrator or something, and a small business owner, and a social media influencer. And I was like chuckling because it kind of reminded me of the show Jury Duty, if you've watched it. But I was like, wait, oh God, I'm like, what do I need to say? Do I need to say, like, because you know me, saying too many details. Like,
yeah.
I have a business where I provide manager training, and I do social media videos where I talk about manager training, and I have a podcast called HR Besties. Listen, shout out. Like, what am I going to say?
No.
I'd say I'm an attorney and get out of there, right?
Well, I didn't because I don't practice law. And so I said, I own a manager training business. You'd be proudly. It was the shortest I've ever, it was.
That's the shortest you've ever spoken, right?
I didn't have my phone to use ChatGPT. I just said it.
Oh, look at you.
Even when I like meet new people or like my children's moms or parents, I'm like, I'm an HR consultant. Like, I don't say, it sounds braggy or something. I don't know.
I find it cringy.
Yeah. Like if people already know, that's one thing, but.
Yeah, I just don't like the attention. So that's why I wouldn't say that,
So long story short, I was introduced. I thought it was going to be some, car crash. Like, hopefully everything's fine. Two people on one side, one on the other, blah, blah, blah. Well, they start asking questions. This is called voir dire, to see, to say, is what it means. But anyway, they start asking questions. And the first question these lawyers are asking you to like strike people is, have you ever been aware of unwanted text messages in the workplace?
Unfortunately.
Oh my God, I'll perk up. I've gained 3 inches and what is this shit? Oh my God.
Do tell.
And but of course, so I have to hold my paddle up and stand, and then I start talking too much. Well, I've been in legal and HR and blah, 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 blah. And then it was like multiple more things like that. And so pretty quickly I realized I was probably not going to get picked for this jury. And so we had a break and I went and sat in the hallway and met a new friend who's 71 years old. I know because she told me, and she was showing me pictures of her grandkid, like awesome. Like we're like chatting it up and having a good time.
Extroverts.
Yeah, totally. So we go back for like 45 minutes. And so, God. So we go back inside and they announced the jury numbers. I was not among them, but my new friend was. And ever since, all I can think about is her on this case, because after, you can't have known anything about this case. You can't research and all those things. How I was not aware of this case. It was in Dunwoody, where I'm from, in the police department. And it was like, if you are listening to this podcast, I won't go on and on about this, but if you Google like Dunwoody Police Department lawsuit, it was a civil suit, it was not criminal. So it was like a former police officer suing his lieutenant, also former for reasons that will become evident, about text messages in the workplace. And the reporting on this has been like, I'm like, I normally read the local Dunwoody paper. How did I not hear about this? I mean, it was
salacious.
Yes. And I was like, why is his wife there? Like, why is his wife suing? And it was like, well, you can see that as well in the allegations, but it was basically an employment law, intentional infliction of emotional distress, all these things. In some of the language that was in these text messages, including like, oh, this lieutenant allegedly found to be liable by the jury for some of these things, but like took a picture of this police officer at a urinal and texted it to him, was like, you didn't even know I took this picture or something, like, ha, like, and that was the most mild of these things. Like,
he also called his penis a turtle.
That is so gross.
Which I don't appreciate.
I texted Leigh and Jamie this because I said, like, we we're friends and we record. So I told them, I have jury duty. After I got out, I was like, you guys will not believe this case. It's been in the papers since because it was a jury verdict, but it was a lot of don'ts for the workplace. So soon we have coming up some other stories about like workplace specifics, and I won't go into this one, but the irony of potentially being on a employment law,
an HR case, basically,
Sure.
Yeah, we've all seen those.
Yeah. Because I mean, he was essentially bribing other policemen for sexual favors and photos for jobs, other like jobs outside of the office, like, special duty or security, higher paying jobs, obviously, than police, like bribing them with his turtle.
Yeah, I was like,
He called his own junk a turtle?
I thought he did.
So he's a grower, not a shower? Is that what he's saying?
I'm pretty sure he referred to his penis as a turtle.
I'm just trying to get the facts of this case straight, okay?
I will call my friend. I will let her be nameless from the jury, my friend, and let her know. I'll ask her how.
Did you exchange numbers?
I didn't. And again, probably you both are surprised. You would think that would be the case. But it was like that aspect. I was like, because I had Jamie's favorite animal's turtle. When I saw that, I was like, I don't know if that's the animal you want to be using.
Yeah, like all the animals that you could use.
I'd say python or something. I mean, you want something like long and thick, right? I mean, to say turtle, I mean, hard shell.
Well, and then I said a baby fist.
Oh, no.
And Ashley looked at
Oh my God.
I had 28 heads. Anyway,
I
moving
know.
on.
Beep, 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 beep.
But it's a good example of workplace dynamics and how things can happen for a really long time. And I know a lot of the crux, and this is for more Wednesday episodes, but is about when things are how things are allowed to happen in the workplace because people are afraid of the consequences of what that can happen, from job loss to not getting these, after off-duty assignments, which is where some of these police officers can make good money. And so it shocked me, and certainly shocked 12 members that were selected of the jury, but
Fear and power, right? I mean, my gosh, Ooh,
that's right.
I've had to sit on a few cases like that. I say sit on because I almost said that's what she said. Sorry, I paused because I'm sorry.
My mind went to mush as well.
I know. Beep, beep, beep.
I'm talking about appropriate conduct. Do as we say, not as we do during happy hour.
I'm not exactly typical HR, right? Oh my God, we're the worst, But everywhere I've worked, again, like a handful of Fortune 100s, we always had to sign the arbitration thing, right? Like we're not going to court, right? And so we'd always go to arbitration, and especially in labor relations, I would be investigating a lot of those cases, and you arbitrate constantly. Like you have a monthly schedule of big cases. And I've had to sit on some really wild cases there, and I would be the poor sucker having to do the research, right? We'll give it to the young one to view all the porn to see, is it really porn? And how bad do you think it is? Bad porn? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like super bad? I mean,
4 X's instead of 3? I don't know.
Exactly. Like what's the Likert of like porn? I don't know. Like tell me what the scale is.
That's a very scientific term there from our master's degree.
Oh my gosh. Oh, good times.
So again, from our Wednesday episode, HR, you got to be prepared for the stuff you'll see. And also when you're called as a member of a jury, you never know what you're going to see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, we have a lot of people that listen to this podcast, speaking of people writing in, right, that are going into HR. Like they're listening to us, God help them, for insights on their career and like listening to what may happen on the job. I mean, wow. Like, buckle up, bitches. Like, you're going to see some dicks.
Well, like I said in Wednesday's episode, there isn't a week that goes by that I'm not shocked.
Seriously. And I love that.
And really, I joke about this because, I've been doing this for so long, but you become quite jaded.
Yeah.
You are like shocked about the human race.
Sometimes.
That's true. Absolutely.
It's fascinating. I love it.
But you'll love it. Come join us.
I know you will love this. Every day is different. Love.
For real.
I do. I love the breakthroughs.
too.
I love the breakthroughs.
Oh.
So you gotta have that thick skin and
That turtle shell, that hard turtle shell.
oh my God. On that note, wait, what's our good stuff to end?
Oh, does anyone have any feel good Friday stuff to share? I got something. You want me to share something?
Yeah. Get it, girl.
HR Manifesto started because I started writing a book,
Ooh.
right? And so I have written that book and it's in manuscript and I'm reviewing that manuscript. Can you freaking believe it? Like literally 20 years later after I said I was going to write it, you know? So
That is so awesome.
passion project, but hopefully it comes out later this year.
That is amazing.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that, Leigh, because I remember, I think it was in 2021 when I think we very first talked, you mentioning that. And I was like, oh my God, that's so exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe it was 2022. I'm not sure. But like, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome. I can't wait.
it's kind of morphed like, you know, things do. But, and I have ADHD, that doesn't help. But medicine does, you know, so yeah, I'm getting there, you know, like hopefully I can put that out. I say hopefully, look, like it's not going to happen. If you're listening to the Simeon note and say, you can do it, finish this, girl, like help myself be accountable. But
well,
I'm getting there.
I think that's so cool. I think it's awesome. You've been keeping us posted on some of the behind the scenes and I think it's very, very cool. So that's awesome. Yeah, Leigh. We'll be hosting your book launch tour.
Of course.
Okay. It'll be at a bar. What else? Any other feel good Fridays?
What you got, Jay?
I mean, this is stupid, but I was just going to say that I go on vacation soon and I
don't. Okay.
Well, no, because it's like still like a week and a half away, but like I am already, if you could see behind me, I have 2 suitcases, me and my husband's and then my boys. And we found out another little family member is coming with us. So I'm just like even more excited.
Pied Piper Jamie. She's always.
Yeah, I always got some kind of kids in tow. So I'm very excited.
A little note to Jamie and to those listening. Don't diminish the things that bring you joy. So this aspect, but this like, oh, I just going on vacation. That is awesome. And you, as we know, are one that does not do that much for yourself.
No.
You tried your hardest to come down to Atlanta and have some joy with Megan Thee Stallion. And we had fun watching her on Instagram Live together. But
yes, we did.
But I mean, but it's important. And your team is listening. And for a lot of people, they may have one vacation a year and they have a lot of joy and they're planning on that. And it's easy to get caught up and all that stuff. But so I think it's awesome and you deserve it so much. And we cannot wait for that vacation content because if you've seen Jamie's float in the pool pictures, Jamie can chillax on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you deserve it, girl. There you go. You deserve it. And you're going to the
Drinking
beach.
that White Claw.
You're going to a beach. Oh my God. Sunshine.
Yes, we're going to the beach and it's the same beach we have literally been going to, well, by us as a family, but also the same beach I've been going to since I was like 7 or 8. And it's really the only place we go all year as a family. So I'm very excited.
I love that.
However, these shark attacks, if they could fuck off.
That's
God.
real.
And if one more fucking person sends me the video of it, knowing that I'm going to the beach, y'all can fuck off too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but sharks actually live in the ocean.
I know. That's like their home.
And we're visitors in their home. What?
Just be careful.
Yes.
You be careful.
Oh,
Well, of course.
that's awesome. Feel good news there. I'm so happy for you. And I want to see the pictures for sure. Like toes in the sand photos. Not that I'm a feet person. I just like the vibe.
Oh yeah, I'll be very very obnoxious. Don't worry.
Celebrate.
My one vacation
Celebrate.
As you should. As you should be.
Except with us besties have several vacations together.
Yeah. I mean, work vacations, but they're a shit ton of fun though.
Yeah. We have some potential fun vacations coming up. Ooh.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll give you my good news, which is short, which is I share this as we started. As some of you listening may know, my parents moved to the Villages from Kentucky to the Villages, Florida. I am quickly become a huge fan of, I love activities. So there's never a dull moment at the Villages, and I love it. Their neighbors are so nice. But so my parents had their driveway painted, and it's with a palm tree on it, and it's so precious. It's so Florida. And so I can't wait to go down and go see it myself, hopefully soon. But so shout out.
Share it on our stories because it.
Do you think your parents will let you share it?
Because it is so cute.
I think so. Yeah, it's real cute. No, they're big fans of it. Maybe not some of the stories I share, but I love what they're doing. They've created a very nice life down there.
So that is a Florida thing? Like I've never seen that, like in Texas or whatever. Painting driveway.
It's definitely a thing in the Village. I'm curious, in other places of Florida, is that a thing? Like we walk around and we had Rosie the dog, the Rosie
Your
dog,
best friend.
like the Dan from HR.
Okay, Megan the stallion.
Rosie the dog was with us, and we were walking. Not that I couldn't walk without a dog, but there we are. But a lot of people have these painted driveways, and they have the Presh signs. Everyone like it would, like if you two were living together, it would be like Jamie and Leigh, like chilling are we, or whatever. Like it's precious. So I really like it.
Oh, that is cute. Shout out to your parents living their best lives. Oh,
yes,
jealous.
very good. After very long, hard-fought careers, and now living it up. So,
oh yeah, well deserved. Are they ever going to give Jamie and I an invite to come down there?
No. Oh my God, you know this. My mom is first of all, my mom is ready to come hang with us in San Antonio after the display. Oh my God, my parents would love it. I mean, I've posted some videos on this on Manager Method. But when I visit my parents, like my mom will have like treats on the bed. Like,
oh my God, love it. 5-star hotel shit.
Yeah, like it's just, little stuff. She used to get magazine. Like if you like a magazine, she'll have the magazine on there. And so Is
it a recent?
yeah, not like the
not like the nail salon to be 1998. What the fuck? Elle in 1998. You know what?
Like within the last 3 months magazine for sure. Like fairly recent enough. Yeah. So, yeah. It's a very, very high end.
Oh man. Need some sunshine. Oh gosh. Well, that's a lot of feel good. We hope you have some things to feel good about, out there. Ooh, there's some of ours. Celebrate everything, everyone. Love.
Please. TGIF.
TGIF.